The Brandon Peters Show may contain explicit language and detailed plot points. For more information on the show, stay tuned to the end of the episode.
The summer of 2015 at 10.
It is Friday and time to close out our week on the summer of 2015 at 10 with another music video discussion, making her debut on the summer of series. Today, I am joined by the Fake Ass Book Club co-host, Kat Fitzpatrick.
Hello.
Hello. I'm happy to have you here. Joy, like
Happy to be here.
I knew right when we recorded last time that I'd be asking you for this, so
Yay.
very much so. It's new blood, some new energy into the summer of series. So 2015, 10 years ago, I didn't know you at all. So where were you at in life in 2015?
Thank you for asking. I was living an entirely different life. I was still married. I had a 4-year-old and a 14-year-old, a new dog. I got braces. I started completing a degree. I started back in 1997.
Wow.
So it was really funny to look back. The only way I remembered any of this was to go to my Google Photos from 2015.
Gotcha.
And it was like going through a warp tunnel. It was crazy. I'm like, wow, I was a totally different person. I was still having fun though. No matter what I'm doing, I'm having fun.
Considering where the world goes from there, I think we're all very, very different people.
That's so true.
In a very different world.
Oh, yeah.
It was before.
Oof. I didn't even think about it like
not
that.
The happiest
yeah.
thought, but not the happiest. Well, I mean, going through this series and the news things coming up and looking at things and then seeing doom foreshadowing happening and remembering how we felt about certain things that turned us all on our head. Yeah, it's
Man, it was still all before COVID. It was just such an innocent time. So yeah, it was very, very interesting to I'm glad you did this because I was like, wow, still doing a lot.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was like, it took me a while to go through all these pictures. I was like, man, I don't even know where to start.
Gotcha. Yeah. Wow. 10 years is still, it feels like yesterday. Like some of these songs talked about in these videos. I'm like, oh, that's that old, huh? Okay.
Yeah, because now my 4-year-old is now 14.
Mm-hmm.
And my 14-year-old is now 24.
That's insane. I don't want to know what it's like to have a 13-year-old and one that's going to be 11. And I'm like, I don't want to know this.
It's pretty great, though, because like I said, we can move into different media.
Okay.
I just took my daughter to see Sinners.
Oh, yeah. I took my son to see Sinners. I took my 13-year-old.
I couldn't do that in 2015. So, yeah, it's interesting. And
what'd your daughter think of Sinners?
Oh, she loved it.
My son looked at me and he turned to me and he's like, that was amazing.
Wait, this was the best part. She didn't know it was a vampire movie.
Oh, that's great. That's like the From Dusk Till Dawn thing with people. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was hilarious. She was like, what? I was like, babe, did you not know this was a vampire movie? She was like, no. Oh, it was perfection.
Well, that's the thing I was saying. I was telling people, I was like, man, this thing was gripping and amazing before it did any vampire stuff. I was already invested in everything before the vampire thing happened. So,
and I almost didn't see it because I'm not great with gore, even though I love the Alien franchise.
Yeah.
But sometimes because that's so, literally out of this world, a lot of times when it's human on human, but I think too with the vampires that makes it almost sci-fi enough that it doesn't get to me.
There you go. Yeah, and it's how it's done and the attitude and the vibe you're in. And
yeah, like I said, it was but this isn't a Sinners podcast.
No, but we will be praising Sinners all year long. I'm very, very high on that movie. I tell someone Yeah, my before that, my favorite movie of the year was Black Bag, but it wasn't like a confident. This is my favorite movie. It's like, yeah, that's the best one I saw. And then Sinners just like, meow. Yep,
Yeah, it came out of nowhere too, because I was thinking to myself, I'm like, oh, there's nothing I really want to see. And then
Coop
I was like, oh, Ryan Coogler and
Coogler
Michael B.
doesn't miss.
Jordan. I
Coogler
was
don't
like,
miss.
okay. I'm like, I might be able to just close my eyes during the scary parts.
Mm-hmm. Coogler don't
Yeah,
miss.
yeah.
So yeah, movies. Sinners. It didn't come out this week. This weekend in 2015. But what did, and we talked about this week. So I'm going to ask you about them. If you have any thoughts, love to hear them. So
Okay.
first movie we talked about was Chocolate City.
Chocolate
It
City.
is. It is like. It is the basically the Black Magic Mike, and it was made as it
Oh,
was made as sort of a response to Magic Mike. They wanted to make an all,
really?
yeah, and it's not good.
Huh.
It's not
It
good.
did
It's
it didn't make it to my algorithm.
yeah.
Didn't even hear about it.
It was a
Um,
really small theatrical release, and I think was like
okay.
I think it did like a same day. It's one of the earlier same day streaming type things. But yeah, it's just missing. Like I don't know if it's via direction or just not money, but like yeah,
And
it's
you know what? I never saw Magic Mike either. I might be sexist.
so.
I'm not that into male strippers. I
But
gotta be honest.
so Magic Mike's pretty good.
Okay.
Magic Mike 2 is amazing. It's wonderful. Not
Really?
to spoil my review for it down the road here because it comes out in summer 2015. It is
Oh,
a great road trip comedy movie, and it's nothing like the first one at all. Like
huh.
yeah. It's
So
just
would I be able to enjoy it without watching the first one?
hmm, there's a possibility you could.
Okay.
It's all vibes. It's all just
Okay.
good vibes and happiness, and uh, you might be able. You know what? There's a chance you might be able to, but and there's an all timer scene with Joe Manganiello in that movie at a convenience store. But yeah, I you know what? You could probably pick up. They just understand that these guys have been through some stuff. Um,
Okay.
maybe yeah, but Magic Mike 2 is a wonderful comedy. And yeah, the first one's kind of more drama-ish and stuff, but this Magic Mike 2 is just this road comedy. It's actually a really good trilogy, as none of them are the same vibe as
Huh.
as the next one. Because the next one's a really nice little like drama relationship thing. Magic Mike: The Last Dance, pretty good. It's probably the weakest of the three, but I actually like the Magic Mike trilogy. Who knew? I was late to
Ooh,
the game on them though.
okay.
I was late to the game on them. I didn't catch up to them till the third one came out, and I had to review the Blu-ray. I'm like, guess I'm watching Magic Mike's, and I was like, first one pretty good. Second one rules. Then
Okay.
the third one's all right. It's a nice little movie.
Okay. So like Godfather.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. I'm a Godfather 1 person, but
I
whether your pick is the first or second, you're not wrong. That's all I say.
Well, and I'm one of those rare breeds who like the third one, not more
I
than
know,
the first two,
I do.
but I actually genuinely enjoyed
Yeah,
the
yeah.
third
Have you
one.
seen
So,
Coda? Have you seen Coda? So
mm-mm.
he recut it and re-released it as a movie called Coda, which follows his original plan for the movie because the studio kind of got in
Ah,
and they reorganized things. So like the opening
darn
scene in Godfather
studios.
3 doesn't happen till like 30, 40 minutes into the Coda version. And
Huh.
there's different takes in it. There's different scenes. Things happen in a little bit different order, but it's pretty good. It's pretty
I'm
good.
gonna
It's
have
pretty
to
entertaining.
add some stuff to my
Yeah,
list.
Coda. It's a yeah. So Coppola during COVID was like re-editing a lot of his movies. So there's like a whole new cuts of different movies. He did a new one of The Outsiders. He did a new one of his first movie, which I can't remember what the title is right now. And he did the one with Val Kilmer, Twixt. He did that one too. So yeah, he's recut like tons of his movies. While COVID was happening, he was re-editing stuff. So, yeah. So
Okay.
that's Chocolate City. The next one was Slow West.
Oh, wow. No clue.
High recommend if it's a pretty good
Okay.
little indie western. Great cinematography. Nice little story. It's got Michael Fassbender and
Ooh, I do like Michael Fassbender.
yep, it's got
Okay.
the Hound from Game of Thrones and
Okay.
Cody Schmidt McPhee Um, yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. The third one we talked about was the remake of Poltergeist.
Oh no, definitely didn't see that.
Didn't miss anything.
Okay.
Uh, just watch the
Is that
original.
I don't even think I've seen the once again, like I said, very when
Oh,
it's really scary, that's the they're here.
yep.
Okay.
Still good
Mm-mm.
today. Still good
Okay.
today. Yeah. I would say, yeah, Poltergeist and Poltergeist 2, the original sequel they made, not too bad. And then the third one, it's pretty good. And then the third one is kind of a cult classic. It's got haters and it's got lovers. So,
Okay.
yeah, but the third one's controversial because the little girl died making
Oh,
it, and there was like it was controversial to
oh,
release it.
I remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Okay, okay. Yeah.
yeah,
All right. Well, I'm older now. I'm brave. Maybe I
yeah.
can take it now.
The
When I
first
was
one is
younger,
only rated PG, but that's before PG-13 was the thing. So keep in
okay,
mind that.
Brendan, when I tell you like I couldn't watch Gremlins, you know what I mean? Like I was a
Okay.
very, very like scary kid.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I
It's
didn't watch the
okay.
Freddy Kruegers, none of the Jasons, none of that. Like
It's
I
all right.
was, I think I saw one of the Leprechauns.
Gotcha. Well, I'm doing live shows at Horror House, or not Horror House, Days of the Dead this summer. I will not invite you because I don't want you to get scared.
Thank you. Thank
You
you.
can pay. Moni
I
has to
mean,
come though, so sorry.
yeah,
She's gotta come see me. So there you go.
my tagline is always real life is scary enough.
Oh, yeah, true. True. Well, you know what's funny is like I get a lot of people like I don't get scared by the horror movies that much anymore, but I have a respect for what they're going for, and I can see how people would take, because I've watched so much horror, like I'm
A
numb
little
to things,
desensitized,
stuff like
yeah.
that. But I appreciate. I like watching people's reactions to it, my kids, stuff like that, and like I see like grown people. "Oh, I wasn't scary. I was scary." I'm like, how old are you? "Oh, like 52 or whatever.
Yeah, you've been through
Like
some
how
stuff.
much scare the world is what's scary in your life.
Yeah.
Like it's like yeah, it's like I'm like yeah,
I
I
used to
just have to
joke like if I wanted to be scared, I'd open all my bills at once.
right. There you go. Yeah, open all your bills. Yeah. Just
Instead of just one at a time. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch Slow West. I have yet to
yeah.
watch something with Michael Fassbender that I didn't like.
Yeah, he's quite good. I like he's in Black Bag, which was my favorite movie like I mentioned to before
Okay.
dinner, but it's a cool little spy movie with him and Kate Blanchett. Uh
Okay.
And
I can
then
dig that.
the big movie of this week was Tomorrowland. It was the George Clooney. It was directed by Brad Bird. Had George Clooney and Hugh Laurie, and it's based off the. It's kind of a movie based off the Disney World like Tomorrowland thing. Um,
What
and
I feel like I watched that, but I can't remember what happened.
yeah, a lot of people probably thought that. I watched it remembering certain things. I mean, it's all right. You want it to be a lot better than it is. I think it's kind of vanilla, like a little bit. Not I want to say mediocre is a little too harsh for it, but it's just kind of average. And it was a
You know
movie.
what?
It was an
What
original
was
movie that they were needing to be like bigger.
okay? I guess it didn't make much of an impression, but it the name sparked something, and I feel like I saw it. But yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Like I
Tomorrowland.
said, I've wiped a lot from the hard drive since then.
Fair enough. A lot of people do. Like, I mean, there's movies I watched in this summer series that I've already forgotten about. So that's how it happens. So today you're here. We're talking GDFR, which is going down for real. The lead single from Flo Rida's second EP called My House, which also featured the singles I Don't Like It, I Love It, and My House. I said that weird. My House. The song features Sage the Gemini and DJ Lookas, and the song peaked at number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100. It's the Flow Riders' 10th top 10 single and went 4 times platinum in sales. It's notable using a sample of Low Rida by the band Low Rider. I went to Flow Rida as a Low Rider by the band War. So, Kat, your thoughts on the song and Flow Rida?
Okay, so it was so funny when you sent it to me. Obviously familiar with the song, had never seen the video.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was interesting to be like, okay, so this is the video that goes along with this song I've heard so much. And then I was also thinking, I'm like, I know I've heard this in a movie too. So I had to Google that, and it was Hotel Transylvania 2. And definitely remember seeing that movie because my
Yeah.
daughter loved it. We watched it. Oh, well, she watched it over and over. To me, it
Mhm.
was just in the background while I was trying to get stuff done. But yeah, that definitely took me back to that. But the video was decent. I think Low Rida had a low budget
Yeah.
for this, even though it was high energy. It was very fun towards the end. They had like a little crowd because I noticed at the beginning it was
Hmm.
just the ladies. Now, as the mom of a student athlete, I don't necessarily like the sexualization of female athletes.
Yeah.
Because like it starts out with like just them, looking like basketball players
Yeah.
about to suit up, and then like they take those tracksuits off and they get to twerking, and that's very fun. But now I'm like hard, like I'm super mom now, where I'm just like, well, I don't know if I want the girls doing that. But yeah, it's fine.
Hmm.
It was
Yeah.
fun.
It's fun. So this one video is directed by R. Malcolm Jones, and he had done videos for Fat Joe, Mario, Avril Lavigne, everybody's fave, R. Kelly, Trina, Vanessa Hudgens.
Ah,
He previously did the Right Round video with Flo Rida, but yeah, it's basketball, sort of, because he's like it's got the locker room pep talk. And then like there's dancers, and I didn't realize the dancers and the ball players were the same people for a bit. I was like, wait, that's like,
yeah.
and it's weird. It's a video that I don't think knows what it is because they're playing basketball, and someone goes up and hits a layup, and you see people holding like tens out there, and I'm like, it's not a
Yeah,
slam
'cause
dunk
it was,
contest. They're playing 5-on-5. What is going on?
yeah,
Do you know how this? And I was waiting to see if like there was some sort of contest going on. No, it was
no,
just like,
it's just high. It's sort of like maybe the version of an editorial fashion shoot
mm,
where just, the mode is basketball, but we're not really doing basketball.
right.
Like you're just feeling basketball.
I mean, it wants to be one of those like cookout rap videos where everybody's just hanging out, and then there's the group around him, and the guy's just rapping, and everybody's like, yeah. But
Mhm.
they were like, well, let's do more, and the more is almost because then the sun goes down, and then there's bikes out there. A guy's playing like hacky sack with the ball, like it
And
just
they're
goes
like under
nuts.
the highway too
Yeah,
somehow.
yeah.
Yeah, it was once again, like I said, I feel like a lot of creative choices to spare the budget.
Yeah, it's more of a what would look cool rather than be feasible or logical. And you know what? I'm watching a 3-minute video and like over analyzing it, but this is one of those I call these, and I repeat this all the time. We're doing this a lot this summer, but this is one of those like mall videos I call because you like go into like a
Hmm.
store like the Buckle or something like that, and this would be the one on the screen, and it's just like, oh yeah, we just here's the video to the music you're hearing in the store type video where it's
Yes,
not a
it
lot
goes
to
with
it.
shopping.
Goes with shopping, yes, exactly, and it's got a lot of people in fashionable clothes and stuff like that. The video does feature some cameos in it. It's got Udonis Haslem from the Miami Heat and Natalie LaRose, who I previously covered a couple of weeks ago in an episode for her song Somebody. And then there's a person named Gorilla Zoe or Zoe. I don't know what it's like. I'm not familiar with them. And then Two Live Crew is also cameoing in
Oh,
this.
shut the front door. I didn't even
Yeah,
catch
there's two of
that.
them.
That's the
Yeah.
only name I recognized.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, and there's some attempt at choreography in this with a bunch of smoke.
Sure.
But
Yo, I was gonna
uh,
say there was a lot of smoke.
yeah, they're like, ah, pump the fog machine. We got this going.
Yeah. It
Uh,
was and I was doing a little research on it because you
mhm.
said they sampled Lowrider
Yeah,
and like it's in the saxophone.
yeah.
I was
On
like,
the end of it, yeah,
okay,
yeah,
yeah. It's
yeah.
all very fun. Like I said, it's just fun summertime, like good Florida fun.
Right. And this song, like it's used every. I mean, I've probably heard it at like athletic events, but it's commercial break songs on commercial. It's a lot of, um, it got used a lot. Like I was very aware. Like I didn't when I was picking the music videos for the summer. I saw Flo Rida and GDFR. I'm like, I had to look it up, and I was like, oh, I know this one. Okay, I didn't, I knew it by it's the sax thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's the sample works really well. And I didn't realize, oh, that's Low Rider. Oh, okay. Yeah, it is, I guess. So, but I do remember the song. I want to share with you one of the like I'm old and white moments I had in my life with this song or with Flo Rida. So and I wasn't even that old, to be honest with you. So I was like I was in my 20s, and I think my sister took a trip to like Cancun for spring break. And I was living in California, and she was texting me about her trip, and she said, "We're gonna go to Florida or Flo Rida tonight." And I thought she misspelled Florida, and I was like, "How are you gonna get there? Aren't you in Cancun?" She's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And then it was a concert for Flo Rida, and I was like,
That's
"Oh, I'm not familiar with that.
hilarious.
I'm not familiar with that." So
Let me mention my co-host Moni really quick,
yeah,
because one of the things we say back and forth to each other quite a bit is we're like, I'm too old and too black to
yeah.
put up with insert here.
Well,
So,
and I got totally like it's weird because I went when I was in college, I was familiar with all the party songs, rap songs, stuff like that, and R&B, and like then I went to Los Angeles and like going, in my 20s to like bars, clubs, and stuff. That's not their music scene out there. It's a really interesting, or I wasn't going to the right spots or something like that, but like popular music was like different when you would in the places that you would like hear at the bars and stuff like a lot of pride in like their DJs and stuff like that. And like there's a guy I really liked, and he was always, it was because he was like had this really eclectic mix of like 80s and stuff like that, and just I don't know, it was more throwback than you think at these bars and stuff. And then sometimes they'd mix in the modern stuff, but it wasn't like super heavy. So it was
okay.
really, and I would, yeah, I had my haunts, but there was definitely a variety of bars I would go because I lived in Hollywood, and like there's a strip and there's all sorts of different kinds of bars throughout there. But uh,
It's so funny because I host trivia, so a lot of times I try to, have a lot of different types of music. So I
Mhm.
might have to throw that into the mix. I'm trying to think because usually I do my playlist by like a certain year and what song was popular that year. I'm trying to
Yeah,
find out what I had for 2015.
there you go.
It's in here somewhere. I'll find it later.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I think we've done enough on this one.
Yeah,
That'll do it. So, Kat, we'll see you again this summer later on in a different
yeah.
episode. But till then, where can people keep up with you? And what are a couple movies you're looking forward to this summer?
Okay, so movies I'm looking forward to this summer. I don't even know if it's movies more than shows, because
Okay.
I'm really looking forward to the Alien
Oh yeah.
Earth
Mm-hmm.
coming up. What else? Like it's on my radar. I'm looking forward to May the 4th.
There you go.
That's
Well, your
coming
episode
up.
will be passed, so
Oh, I
it'll
had
have
such a
happened.
great May the 4th.
Well, it was wonderful.
It was a wonderful May the 4th and Mother's Day. So hopefully those like were wonderful weekends.
Yes.
Um, let's see. If people want to find me, they can go to the Fake Ass Book Club. Wherever you catch podcasts, we're there. But especially on YouTube, if you want to see us, we're on YouTube. We're on Instagram at the Fab Podcast. And yeah, this was really fun. I'm really
No.
glad you asked me to do this because I forgot all about 2015.
There we go. Happy to stir up the old memories. I'm on the socials at Brandon4QHD. You can catch me this summer at Days of the Dead, June 13th through 15th, as well as PopCon running June 27th through 29th. More information at popcon.us. I will be hosting the Podcast Awards and the live podcast stage. So, yeah, check it out. Monday, Scott, Aaron, and I are back, and we're talking Heaven Knows What? Barely Lethal, Aloha, and San Andreas. All that and more as the summer of 2015 at 10 continues.
The summer of 2015 at 10.
Thank you for listening. The Brandon Peters Show is a Creative Zombie Studios production. Produced by Brad Shoemaker and Brandon Peters. Written and edited by Brandon Peters. Announcer vocals by Jessica Alsman. Theme song by Metavari. Web design and show art by Brad Shoemaker with Brandon Peters. All music and clips featured in the episode are property of their respective studios, and no infringement is intended. Additional information on this and other episodes at BrandonPetersShow.com. For any inquiries, press opportunities, or sponsorship, contact mail at BrandonPetersShow.com. The show is available on Apple Music, Spotify, or anywhere podcasts are found.